Hello, everyone. Let me start with a question. How many types of food do you eat in a single day? Rice, bread, fruits, meat, snacks? But have you ever wondered if some of those foods might actually be silently destroying your gut health without you even realizing it? Your gut is like a rainforest, full of life, balance, and diversity. Inside it, trillions of microbes are working non-stop. They digest your meals, they produce vitamins, they regulate your immune system. They even create hormones that affect your mood and your sleep. But every single day, many of us eat foods that act like silent killers. They wipe out the good bacteria. They feed the harmful ones. They trigger chronic inflammation. And over time, this can lead not just to bloating or stomach pain, but to obesity, autoimmune problems, diabetes, and even anxiety or depression. So what are these hidden culprits? Stay with me until the very end, because food number 5 is something almost everyone eats daily, but very few realize how damaging it is. Before we reveal the foods, let's talk about why the gut is so important. Did you know that about 70% of your immune system actually lives in your gut? That means your ability to fight infections, colds, and even chronic diseases depends heavily on gut health. And here's something even more surprising. About 90% of serotonin, your feel-good chemical, is also produced in the gut, not in the brain. That's why the gut is often called our second brain. Think of your gut microbiome as a massive city of bacteria. Some of them are good citizens. They protect you, they fight inflammation, they keep things running smoothly. But others are criminals, producing toxins, damaging your gut lining, and creating chaos. If the good guys dominate, you feel healthy, energetic, and even emotionally balanced. But if the bad guys take over, your gut becomes inflamed, leaky, and imbalanced, dragging your entire body down. So remember this, you are what you eat, but more importantly, you are what your gut can actually process and absorb. Let's start with the sweetest enemy, refined sugar. Sugar feeds harmful microbes. It makes them multiply, and it creates toxins that inflame your gut. It also reduces the population of beneficial bacteria like lactobacillus and bifidobacteria. Over time, too much sugar leads to what scientists call dysbiosis, an unhealthy imbalance of the gut flora. The tricky part? You might think, I don't eat much sugar, but sugar is hidden everywhere. In sodas, cereals, ketchup, salad dressings, even in foods that are labeled low-fat. So what can you do? Start small. Swap sodas for sparkling water with lemon. Replace candy with fresh fruit. Use raw honey or pure maple syrup in moderation. And most importantly, read the labels. Watch out for sneaky names like corn syrup, fructose, or dextrose. Next up, ultra-processed foods, chips, instant noodles, hot dogs, frozen pizza, snack bars. They may be convenient, but convenience always comes with a cost. These foods are stripped of natural fiber, meaning your good bacteria starve. They're loaded with preservatives, artificial colors, and additives that disrupt the microbiome. And the science is clear. Eating these foods regularly is linked to obesity, type 2 diabetes, heart disease, and even higher risk of early death. In fact, one French study of over 100,000 people found that just a 10% increase in ultra-processed food intake raised the risk of death by 14%. So what's the solution? It's simple. Eat real food, whole foods, fresh vegetables, fruits, grains, and unprocessed meats. Cook more meals at home, even if they're simple. Your gut will thank you. Now let's talk about a sneaky one. Artificial sweeteners, diet sodas, sugar-free gum, zero-calorie desserts. They seem harmless, but research shows that sweeteners like aspartame, sucralose, and saccharin can actually damage the gut. They reduce good bacteria. They disrupt blood sugar regulation. And here's the kicker. They can make you crave even more sugar. So instead of helping with weight loss, they often make things worse. What can you do instead? Try natural sweeteners like stevia or monk fruit. But more importantly, retrain your taste buds. Learn to enjoy less sweetness in general. The fourth category, refined grains and gluten, white bread, pastries, pasta made with refined flour. These foods are stripped of their fiber, so your gut bacteria lose their fuel. For people who are sensitive, gluten can increase gut permeability, what we call leaky gut. Symptoms might include bloating, fatigue, or brain fog. Now, not everyone needs to cut out gluten completely. Unless you have celiac disease or a diagnosed sensitivity, you don't have to go gluten-free. But you can diversify. Switch white bread for brown rice, quinoa, or oats. Try sweet potatoes or millet. Your gut will thrive when you feed it real, fiber-rich carbohydrates. And finally, food number 5. The one almost everyone eats without realizing how harmful it is. Refined oils. Cheap frying oils. Soybean oil, corn oil, palm oil. These oils are everywhere in fast food, fried snacks, and processed meals. And when they're reheated over and over again, like in deep fryers, they become toxic. They're loaded with omega-6 fatty acids, which promote inflammation. Reheated oils oxidize, creating compounds that directly damage your gut lining. And trans fats? They disrupt your cell membranes and increase the risk of chronic diseases. So what's the fix? Avoid deep-fried foods from fast food outlets. At home, use healthier oils like extra virgin olive oil, avocado oil, or coconut oil. And choose gentle cooking methods, steaming, boiling, roasting, or stir-frying lightly. So let's recap the 5 foods silently destroying your gut. Refined sugar, ultra-processed foods, artificial sweeteners, refined grains and gluten, refined and reheated oils. The good news? You don't need perfection. You don't need to ban every single one. But every small choice counts. Every swap. From soda to sparkling water, from fast food to a home-cooked meal, from fried snacks to roasted nuts, helps your gut heal. Your gut doesn't need extremes, it thrives on balance. So here's my challenge for you. Which of these 5 foods do you rely on the most? And what's one healthier swap you can commit to today? Share your answer in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience. And if you found this video helpful, don't forget to subscribe. Together, we can build stronger guts and healthier lives.